of the Desert Race, crowning event of the 1991 Budweiser Bud Light Superstition Championship Series. Drawn to Lake Superstition 90 miles west of San Diego, California, thousands of spectators witnessed a dazzling display of acrobatics. Whether it was the Monarchs of the Sky, the Blue Angels, or the international off-road champions on the ground, both captured the oohs and ahs of the audience. Here to describe the event is the host of the show and the president of AMA District 38, Fud.
Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon for the highlights of the Budweiser Bud Light King of the Desert Race held February the 16th at Lake Superstition. Our guest this afternoon will be the four-time ATV King, Dyno Dean Sundahl, and the winner of the 5/1600 Baja class, the new King of the Desert, James Woodruff. However, before the interview, let's go racing. Bright sunshine and a nice breeze greeted the early morning racers. Life begins at 7 a.m. for the ATVs, bikes, and Desert Superlights. Bursting into the lead at the drop of the flag and maintained at 10 miles later is KTM factory rider Danny Hamill. In second place is the defending king, Paul Kraus, with factory support from Kawasaki Team Green. 3 heartbeats behind is the entertaining Chris Crescendo Chandler. 1B, Tom Mullen, AMA District 38's 1990 Motorcycle Racer of the Year, squeezes in fourth, first vet. With Tom's MX babysitting chores behind him, he is back in his environment and making the most of it. The first to check 1 and 5th overall is Craig Smith of Raleigh, California. This 16-year-old is one of the bright rising stars of AMA District 38. Jeff Martinez, 95L from San Diego, California, has ridden his YZ250 into the 250 class league. Another young performer is Brady Stiles. The 69T Honda Humper made his racing debut in January and is already a candidate for Rookie of the Year. Jerry Campbell, 1L, is the 250 class champion in AMA District 38. Currently, Jerry is running second in class behind Jeff Martinez. 5T, Dewey Hootis Ballou won the Superstition Open Sportsman title the past 2 seasons. His goal for 1991 is to be the pro champion. Troy Pierce, 2L, the hero of all the beautiful girls in Ramona, California, rounds out the top 3 250s. Circling the vet class carcasses in second place is Earl the Buzzard Roberts. 3T, Bill Adsett, a Tom Mullen wannabe, hails from Spring Valley, California. 17V, Greg Fenton is third in the vet class. However, Greg is not the racer to watch here. Keep your eyes on 3X, Jeff Dickerson. He does an easy face plant, not once but twice, and then rides away with even his green Kawasaki, a blushing red. Meanwhile, John Bilkey, number 1 with 3 consecutive senior championships under his belt, misses all the excitement. Halfway through the race, we catch up with the leaders at Rude Awakening Hill. The top 3 positions have remained the same. Danny Hamill, first overall, first Open Pro, first KTM. Paul Kraus is second, first Kawasaki, and Chris Crandall, number 669, riding an ATK, is third overall. Jammin' Jeff Martinez has jumped into 4th overall and comfortably leads the 250 class. Tom Mullen, 1V, is so far out in front of the vet class that even Earl the Buzzard Roberts has stopped circling. 361, Craig Smith, with 2 overall wins in AMA District 38, has maintained the 125 lead and is buzzing along 5th overall. Leading the senior class is number 27, the Stabbin' and the Dabbin' Bill Salzman from Baldwin Hills, California. "15V, Craig, my friends call me Elmo Britt, is the first sportsman and first vet expert. Leading the 250 sportsman class is Billy Flintlock McClintock, 86L. Gary Destroyer Roar, 4T, is the first open expert, while Rob the Squirrel Milligan is living up to his nickname here, being squirrelish, while he has gathered in all the 125 sportsman nuts. White flag lap. Only 33 fun-filled miles left for the leader, Danny Hamill, number 667. 95L, Jeff Martinez, demonstrates his Blue Angel technique as he easily clears the tabletop. Jeff is 4th overall and still leading the 250 class. Two number ones are seen here battling for position. Sneaking up on the soon-to-be vet king, Tom Mullen, is 1L, Jerry Campbell. However, this is as close as Jerry will come to passing his mentor. The checkered flag flies for the new king, Danny Hamill, number 667, from Boulder City, Nevada. His 173-mile jaunt has made him $1,000. Finishing second is the factory-supported Team Green machine of Paul Krause. In third is the ATK-mounted Chris Crandall. 95L, Jeff Martinez, easily wins the 250 class and finishes 4th overall. The senior crown goes to Bill Salzman with number 1, John Bilkey second. 9X, Jason Corkman from Brawley, California, won the 125 Pro class when mechanical problems sidelined Craig Smith. Dewey Ballou jumps over Joey Lane on the tabletop, only to be outbraked approaching the dugout, and Joey beats Dewey to the finish line. $15V, Elmo Britt wins the sportsman crown, beating all the other sportsmen and finishing first vet expert. Number 671, Ron Wilson beats all the other novices, and by defeating them is immediately transferred to the amateur class. 86L, Billy Flintlock McClintock wins the 250 sportsman class. The man with the big smile and the winner of the senior sportsman class is number 4, Tom Atomic Nolan. It is a very happy wheelbarrow winning the ATV sportsman class. Guy Wheelbarrow 2A has diced with 5A Bruce Carroll the entire race. Bruce made a last gasp but could not close the gap. Bruce Carroll finished second, ATV sportsman. The Desert Super Lights are led by the defending class champion Stu Peace. Stu is sponsored by the super nice guy that owns Stewart Engineering. At this time, bringing up the rear is 2Z Wing Wingy driven by Art Gibbs. A loose nut behind the wheel forced Stu Peace to stop for repairs. However, using a high-tech rock to tighten the nut, Stu is soon on his way again. However, this delay was just enough to make Art Gibbs the 1991 Desert Superlight King. That super nice guy that owns Stewart Engineering finished second. With the King of the Desert race, and he has probably won more ATV races than anyone else in the world. Dean, congratulations on another victory.
Thank you, Fud. That was a sweet victory.
You and Lance had quite a battle all day. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, well, the 5-lap race, we both had to pit twice. So I pitted on the first lap, he pitted on the second and the fourth. And by the fourth lap, we were out there wheel to wheel. And I just passed him. I knew he had to stop one more time, and I didn't, so I knew I would have the lead.
You're pretty comfortable. And
yeah, I was comfortable.
You were in the lead, and he was going to have to pit one.
Yeah, I knew I didn't have to, go over my head or nothing.
I noticed on the first lap, as I was out on the race course, that the new kid on the block, Steve Maimer from Brawley, got in front of you on a 250. Where did he get you at?
I was on the first lap. I didn't get to pre-run that section, but
how much pre-run did you get to do?
Hardly none at all, just a little bit at night, the night before. But he was going by me out there, and at a pretty good pace. I knew it was going to be a 5-lap race, and I had to pace myself, and he wasn't going to go that pace all day long.
Matter of fact, he faded a little bit at the end of the race. We have some video here of the race with you and Lance and Steve. Here we are on the lead coming out of Tucker's Trench. I see that you started right off. You're Anything special to your Banshee that you've done?
Well, yeah, I've been working on the development of ATVs for the last 10 years, and now they've evolved into a really incredible machine with horsepower, outrageous horsepower, acceleration, and suspension is really dialed in.
This is kind of funny here. You guys are on your second lap, and we have a beginner that's just on our first. So you guys are really cooking up.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough and grueling race too. So you definitely had to pace yourself.
Here's the just the smile lap with only 33 fun pack miles to go. John Herder from Tucson, Arizona was over. He didn't really challenge you guys. You gonna build his motors now?
Maybe. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of engine development, and
Here's your $1,000 wedge.
And then the thrill of victory.
That's $4,000 now.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
When did you first win?
82 or...
Started out on a three-wheeler, right?
Yeah, it was, twice on a three-wheeler and twice on a Banshee.
And let's see, you won in 1989.
Yeah, and I got second last year.
Oh, by the way, did you ever give that trophy to Greg? No?
He had to call me.
Oh, why? Well, I know you were claiming rights to it, said you'd won it 3 times, so at least you don't have to go run it down now for the 4th time to get it engraved.
I'll just keep it at my house.
Is your major sponsor still Yamaha?
Yamaha, Sports Racing Gas, Mitchell Wheels, Dunlop Tires, Autolite, and Toomey Pipes. Yeah, they all are a big help, you know. But I still do the engine development in my garage.
Is that what you're doing now, is developing the engines to...
That's what I'd like to do. I enjoy that. And it's a big market out there, a lot of ATVs out there.
So you make them king of the desert or king of the hill, right?
King of the desert or king of the hill, and make horsepower.
When's your next race?
Well, maybe this weekend.
All right. Dean, congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Well, thank you, Fud. It was my pleasure.
When we return after a commercial break, we'll have the highlights of the buggy car and truck race that started at noon. B&F tire car driven by crazy Larry McCallum. Watch closely the next car to appear on the screen. You'll see the left front tire of Michael Body's 1605 car make an early exit. Heartbeat early in the race. South African Lighton Dapper slips in front of Kyle Witta just as they leave Tucker's Trench. Kyle is the defending Class 5 champion. Car number 105 is driven by John LaPotz from San Diego, California. On the 3rd lap, Route Awakening Hill is awash with cars. Tim McDonald in 10:01 still has the lead. Throwing a block on 2nd overall Richard Binder that a tackle would be proud of is our trestle duck Brian Goodrich. However, Richard Binder in the off-road buggy supply car is close enough to make Tim McDonald nervous. The 1-2-1600 class is tightened up. John Marking in 1600 leads. However, Scoot and Scott Webster has closed the gap in 1601. And the new kid in the picture is Todd Tusher in 1698. Class 10 champion Brian McDonald has replaced Peter Oliver and his Seeing Eye Dog in car number 1000 and has cruised in the 3rd in class. Crazy Larry McCallum in the B&F tire car leads the Unlimited class. The white flag's out for the leader. 1 lap left. No, the 3-wheeler of Dwayne Whitney is not on his last lap. He just wishes he was. First in and first overall in Class 10 is Tim McDonald from La Habra, California. Pushing hard for the overall is John Marking in the Tom Schilling 1600 car. Sometimes caution is the better part of valor. One thing you do not want to do is crash in front of your sponsors. Second, don't crash with our spectators. And third, don't roll over when a camera is around. John Marking scored 100 on all 3 questions. Then to make matters worse, he got his helmet stuck in the roof and had a hard time getting out. With a little help from his friends, John continued on to win the 1-2-1600 class. However, just to set the record straight, the rollover did not cost him the overall. Tim McDonald won the overall and the Class 10 crown without any help from John. Finishing second in 1-2-1600, but third on time was Scoot and Scott Webster. Todd Tusher in 1698 had a career high with second in Class 1-2-1600. Capturing second in Class 10 is Brian McDonald. Byton Dapper of South Africa and car number 102 won the Unlimited class when Crazy Larry McCallum went out with mechanical problems. Finishing second in the Unlimiteds and first Class 5 is John Watkins. In the Thunder Truck Division, Tony Alvarado has been waiting for a year to have a race like this. Out in front and saying, "Catch me if you can." Trying real hard to catch Tony is Benabati in 801. The Class 7s are led by who else? Jeff Hoskins in the number 700 Brawley Radiator Ford truck. The pretty blue Mazda of Rudy Lucati from El Cajon, California is running a strong second. At Rude Awakening Hill, the positions have not changed. Tony Alvarado in front with Benabati in second. Their Thunder trucks thrill the spectators as they roar to the top. Jess Hopkins requires a little running start and then dances his number 700 to the crest. The checkered flag waves for a very happy Tony Alvarado. It's showtime. A hard-charging Benabati finishes second. The driver of record may change, but not the finishing position of the Brawley Radiator Ford truck. It has won the last 5 races. This time, Jeff Hoskins is the driver of record. The limited class buggies are led by the Class 100 champion Dan Lewis and his co-driver Bill DNF Foster in car number 1. Steve Johnson in number 6 has already moved into second. Bill Gill started last in class and is doing his level best to stay here as he has not passed a soul. Driving the 900 car, Steve Reynolds leads the Class 9 parade through Check 1. The first 4 starters have not changed positions. They are Class 9 champion Steve Reynolds in 900, 901 Wayne Ridiak, 902 David Dietrich, and the yellow 903 car of Hector Ledesma. At Rude Awakening Hill, Steve Johnson has marched the number 6 car into the Class 100 lead with the surprising Bill Gill in number 99 second. Class 9 is still up for grab. Steve Reynolds has fought back into the lead after briefly surrendering it to Hector Ledesma in the yellow 903 car. Hector was plagued with mechanical problems in 1990. From the way he looks today, they have been resolved. Still within striking range is the round belly car, current driven by Larry Kern. At the finish line, Oscar Ledesma skies out of the dugout. However, a minor driving infraction will drop him and Hector to third. Jack Ettinger brings on the Class 9 Bacon at number 900, while the other round belly Mike Fanco waddles in second. It looks like Steve Johnson in number 6 wins Class 100. However, a minor driving infraction during a pit stop will give the Mission Impossible team of Rick Wessels and Bill Gill their first victory ever in Class 100.